Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Storm here.
Mom here.
Kimmy here.
We're going to be watching more of The Walking Dead, episode 8 of season 2. Last week's episode was called Pretty Much Dead Already.
Oh, yeah, it sure was.
Yes.
Do you remember who said that? Shane?
Shane said it.
When Shane was talking to Dale in the woods.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And he's just like, what's the big deal? Let's just take care of it. And Rick was like, all day long, yes, there's a time and place. I understand. I agree with you, but this is Herschel's property.
That's right.
This is his family's property. Those are his family members and friends in there, members of the community. Yeah. And Rick found out firsthand how they get him and put him into the barn.
Yeah. So pretty much dead already. What do you think that means?
Like they're already dead. Might as well just finish them off because they're not going to find a vaccine. They're not going to get them better.
Yeah,
I mean, it's hard to wrap your head around. A man of science who's a physician to believe that, but his faith overtook the science.
Mm-hmm. And Sophia was one of the walkers in the barn.
That was a big shock.
Yeah, it's really,
Mom and Kim are completely blind to this series. Yeah. I haven't seen the last few seasons, but it's been a little while since I watched, what was it, up to season 7 or something. I still can't remember. I think I looked it up and then I corrected myself. But anyways, it's been a long time. And, yeah, so you guys have no idea what to expect from this show, and it's kind of fun to hear your series.
Carol saw Sophia.
Yeah. I mean, to see any of your loved ones, but to see an innocent child that they've been hoping, searching, working so hard to find.
Yes. Oh, and for Shane to not, he instigated it, opens it up, shoots them down, all but Sophia. And Rick had to step up and shoot her down because he had to take that leadership role. Mm-hmm. And it was the most humane thing to do. He had to do it. I
agree there. And that was the only kill Rick did, because he was holding on to that other walker trying to have Herschel take him, and he was just in shock. And so for him to actually kill Sophia, I mean, she's already gone, but kill the walker, and we see it on his face, and it was just such a good, powerful moment. It was so tragic, and here, he has to step up, which he always does, and, he had to take her out, and for Herschel to see that as well, they took out one of their own, too, because they know that she's gone. It's not Sophia anymore. There's no coming back from this. And for Rick to also do it, which I didn't mention last time, I don't think, but, I felt really bad, because he did feel guilty. He took action quick. He went to go save her. He tried his best, and he was the one with her last and felt guilty leaving her alone. Yes, but it was his best option at the time. Right. And he didn't expect her to run, and he wanted her to stay there. So he probably feels at fault for it, and so he finalized, he maybe felt also that he had to be the one to take her out. Yes. In that way too.
That's right.
Yeah, and I feel horrible for Herschel and his family.
I do too.
And
I thought he was going to die right there.
Oh man, he's just heartbroken.
You thought he was going to have a heart attack or something. You were saying last time. So yeah, you guys were really shocked about it. Yes, it was a very sad moment, and you were saying last time too that you think that Herschel's going to kick them off the farm now.
I think he is. Yeah. They're not welcome there anymore. They just ruined, the one thing that he told the group not to do. He told Rick, don't go near the barn, that is, those are my people in there. And Rick was trying to work, something out with him. Mm-hmm. He wanted to work for him and, earn their keep, stay there. Lori's pregnant. It's safe. That's right. Mm-hmm. And they just broke that bond right there. Yeah. Shane did, at least. So.
Oh, boy,
intense.
Yeah, big time.
And you guys know that we do have full reactions. If you want to check out our links below, you can see a whole library of movies and shows that we're watching on YouTube the last few years.
That's
a huge library going right now. But a few of you guys do ask that, so we can only show 10 minutes on YouTube. And yeah, so we like to have our full reactions, because there's a lot that gets missed, because there's a lot of stuff going on in our show, especially 10 minutes, it's not a lot. So anywho, shall we get into this?
Yes.
208.
God. Carol.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. I know.
Oh my God. Tell her what you do.
God.
Oh,
Good shot. Another reminder. They're dangerous.
That is.
Double tap like Zombieland.
That's bullshit. I think y'all knew.
We didn't
One
know.
little
Why
girl.
was she there? You know, everybody just calm down. Get him off my land. No, let me tell you something, man.
Give him-
Hey,
Hey.
Look at him. Come on.
Just him or everybody?
I know they're like so.
You said him first.
Awkward, but
Hey.
Storm.
I have to ask you. Did you know she was in the barn? You know, maybe in some weird way, this is for the best. At least we know, and now we can move on.
So what happens now?
You bury her. With your, stepmom and your stepbrother.
Thought I'd find her.
We all did.
I mean, me. That I'd be the one. He did the right thing. Shooting her like that.
I want you to rest.
Okay?
We need a service. Carol would want that.
Yeah, we all want that.
We bury the ones we love and burn the rest.
I'd be so paranoid about fumes. I'm like, what about breathing that in?
She was there all the time.
And you did everything you could.
Yeah, I know. I always do, don't I?
That look.
Oh boy.
Always watching.
Let me ask you something, man. What do you do? What do you do to keep this camp safe, huh? What do you do? You fix up an RV? I smash that barn open. I save Carl. That's me. That ain't you. That ain't Rick. That's me.
You didn't say one word.
Nothing. I'd watch his back though.
That's it.
They're ready.
Why?
Because that's your little girl.
My Sophia was alone in the woods. Sophia died a long time ago.
I'm like, I'll hold the feet.
I'm not saying that we shouldn't have taken care of the problem, but creating a panic
There's no point arguing about it. It's done.
Kobe went.
Take it
rigor
with
mortis.
So if your group leaves, you wouldn't stay?
I didn't know that
You are welcome.
I'd want to.
What happened to her?
Oh my God.
Sweetie, can you hear me?
Oh, she can't take it.
Better check her over.
No, see his spot.
sure she'd recover.
Hey, Maggie. Bring him back. That was different.
Rick?
It's the least I can do for Herschel after we... What? After we what?
You know what?
We need Herschel for the baby. I'm going after him.
It's someone fast.
No,
It
don't
doesn't look like
shoot,
it's a
just don't.
walker. Okay, it's Carol.
You all right? Open that barn, I had no idea.
It's so much soap.
I had no idea she was in there.
I know you two can't stand each other, but you did something that needed to be done.
This is dangerous.
Yeah, he's a hothead.
No, Lori, he's dangerous. I believe that Shane sacrificed Otis. He said it. He all but threw it in my face. I'm telling you, I
He's
knew
burying
that.
himself deeper and deeper.
think she's smart enough to know what she's feeling?
No. No.
She's got a good head on her shoulders.
Yes,
You know, I've never had a woman say that to me before. You know, except my mom, of course, and my sisters.
Something we don't get enough of these days. Enjoy it.
That is so true.
That is very
It's
true.
not like she's going anywhere.
Got her those pills.
I figured.
Her heart's racing. She's burning up. We need Herschel.
Moving to the suburbs? Why would you be so selfish?
Selfish? Listen to me, Olive Oil. I was out there looking for that little girl every single day.
Yes.
Herschel? How many you had?
Not enough.
Beth needs you.
What could I do? She needs a mother.
You thought there was a cure. Can't blame yourself for holding out for hope.
Even though we lost Otis, your man Shane made it back. And we saved your boy. I was a fool, Rick. And you people saw that.
I never point a gun at you.
Got your gun? Oh my crap! Who is it? Is he a... Oh, it's just a walker. Oh crap, now she's...
Oh my God.
I promised Maggie I'd bring you home safe.
Like you promised that little girl? I do the Christian thing, give you shelter. And you destroy it all! But when Shane shot Lou in the chest, and she just kept coming, that's when I knew what an ass I'd been. There's no hope. You know it now, like I do.
Man, how many times we gonna have to do this?
It's your life.
You didn't think it was hopeless before, did you? And now there are people back at home trying to hang on, and they need us.
Uh-oh, who are these people?
Son of a bitch. We met on 995 coming out of Philly. Damn shit show that was. Not bad, huh?
Uh-oh. It's like, you're nice enough.
I'm a cop.
How about you guys?
Fort Benning, eventually.
I hate to piss in your cornflakes, officer, but, you hole up somewhere else?
Don't tell me.
Not really.
Out scouting, thought we could use a drink.
A drink? Herschel, I thought you quit. So what? So what? You guys set up on the outskirts or something?
He really wants to know.
Yeah, he really
Trailer park or something?
Yeah, just peeing there. Ew.
Come on.
Safe? I don't see why you can't make room for a few more. We could pool our resources and manpower.
Look, I'm sorry. That's not an option.
You don't know what we've had to go through out there. Things we've had to do.
I think they do.
And what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
So come on, let's take a nice friendly hayride to this farm and we'll get to know each other.
Oh?
Oh yeah, what the?
Yeah.
Hey, look at that.
Just keep looking in the mirror.
But the farm is too crowded as is. I'm sorry. You'll have to keep looking.
At least they know it definitely is a farm now.
This guy.
Herschel would have been dead if he was by himself.
I know.
If they listened to him. Whole new world, man.
Boy. Oh boy, what a thing.
What a terrible world to be in.
It is. Rory now too.
Yeah, Rory, that's right.
It's like, oh yeah, sorry about that, Lori. I forgot about you.
Sorry,
I totally
Lori.
forgot.
We'll come and get you next time.
I was thinking,
I'm still here.
Damn. This
goodness.
damn straight road
Oh,
that you
good.
look at a map and
Darn
quick
Walker.
second a walker is right
Yeah,
in
it's
front
right
of you.
there, right?
You ever see that, like, in traffic? And I've heard stories where people just get, you know, you're so used to commuting, long commutes, and you just do, like, you're drinking coffee, you happen to have, like,
distraction traffic.
completely
That's right.
blocking.
Oh
the
yeah,
windshield. You
I've
can't
seen
see
people reading
anything.
newspapers. I saw a lady breastfeeding.
Putting
It's
on
like,
makeup, like all kinds
that was
of
the
things.
worst,
I mean,
breastfeeding.
come on.
Yeah,
Oh, she's
so
driving.
you're like checking
Yeah,
her
so read
map.
the newspaper, something like this.
Yeah.
You don't think you're gonna have traffic around you, or you know, it's just like a normal thing a lot of people do. And I'm just like, what are you doing? So
Yeah, and the gun was in the back seat. I don't know if she has one on her person, but I think the gun was in the back seat. That walker may or may not be still able to come get her, or there might be more.
Walkers, yeah.
She's sideways in the car.
That's right. She's pregnant now. She might lose the baby.
Yeah.
Because the
Right.
car rolled over and everything.
And did she even tell anyone where she was going?
No,
She didn't tell
I
us
don't
all.
think so.
She just asked Andrea to hang on to, you know, watch, keep an eye on Carl.
And she talked to Daryl about going into town too. And that's when he didn't want to do it.
Yeah,
So,
but he's
yeah.
out in the woods,
Right, he
and
doesn't know.
when is he going to come back?
Yeah,
You know,
he
he's
doesn't
sad,
know.
you
No, he's
know.
not.
About
Yeah.
the,
And
Why?
how do you feel about Daryl and how he's reacting?
Well, he's just because of Sophia. Yeah, you know, he was looking for her. They were looking for her and things like that. And now
I think
she's
he
dead
feels
and
hurt that he was so into helping her and
That's
helping
right.
Carol that he's just hurt that Carol doesn't want to even, you know, see her little girl be buried and, you know,
Yeah, that's
just grieve
true,
for
yeah.
her. But she's a realist now. She's saying, my little girl died
That's right. Yeah.
way long ago.
Mhm.
And that wasn't her.
That's right,
I'm not going to grieve
yeah.
for her over the grave. So, or it.
Yeah. So he's really.
So he's very hurt.
Yeah.
Everyone he looks for is gone. You know?
Everybody reacts differently, and
Yeah.
it's really a shame.
Yeah. So
Oh,
I mean, I'm glad they
man.
buried their loved ones.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, I think
yeah.
that's important
Right.
to
You need
do.
that closure.
Yeah.
And
I mean, burning that flesh, that rotted flesh. I mean, that's
That's a
nasty.
bad-
But you know, you can't bury everyone. It's just so much work, and it's probably better just to, you know, you want to make sure they're completely dead too. I mean, look what happened before
Oh,
with Beth when
yes.
she went to go see her dead loved ones, and you know, one was still kind of not alive, but it was still a walker.
Yes.
That's right.
And it was still bitey. And,
Right.
yeah. So that was terrifying.
And
So-
even when she was getting
reminder.
sick, I thought, well, maybe she was bit. Maybe that's why she's getting a temp.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But she doesn't have any like
No.
visible markings, and
Wounds, yeah.
her mother was just reaching for her and didn't bite.
I mean, how
so.
shocking is that? Like, to believe that you want to have hope, of course, and here,
Yeah,
like, her
yeah.
and her father believe that maybe there is a way. They're just sick and they can come back. There's a cure. or
Yeah, and
something
Herschel
like that
feels
to
so
really
bad now that
Yes, he
he was wrong.
Yeah.
And he might just tell the group to stay now if he comes back from the bar, and you know, talks to Shane and said, look, you know, what you did was really unconventional. You know, you shouldn't have done it that
Yes.
way. But I understand now. I understand that they were not who we love.
That's right.
And once they turn, they're not your loved one anymore.
And the demonstration,
Oh, yeah.
like you said, with Shane shooting that person in the chest, that's on
Yes.
the chest, and
Yeah.
they just kept coming.
Yep.
You know, like
That's
that
right.
was
That's
a
right.
good demonstration to show, like, it's dead. Like, you're
That's
shooting
right,
its heart,
definitely,
and it doesn't
Yes.
matter. It keeps coming at you, not even
Yes.
flinching, you know? So,
Oh my
I mean,
gosh, yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it's a terrible reality, and, you know, even though he understands that they died a long time ago, it's still
Right.
fresh, you know? So it's almost like losing them all
Yes,
over again.
he's
for the
mourning
first
them
time.
today. And he started drinking again after a very
Yes.
long time because I think
So
he's
much
just so upset with himself
De-
for thinking
definitely,
that
yeah.
way
Mhm.
and not thinking of the science, just thinking that, you know, oh, there's going to be a cure someday. Because he's living in his own little bubble, really. It's this
yeah.
huge farm, but it really, in the overall scheme of things, he's living in this little bubble and trying to protect his family. He's trying to do the best he can as a leader.
That's right.
And it's just like Rick trying to protect everybody, and
Yes.
you're human.
And Herschel
Yeah.
can see that Rick's trying to protect their farm too, and not have those guys go there with whoever they have.
Yeah, and Herschel's like, holy smoke! I wouldn't
He
be
might.
surprised if Herschel doesn't bend over and get that guy's gun now. and
Oh,
say,
maybe,
you know what?
Yeah, you're going to protect my farm.
Now I realize what you guys were talking about.
Yeah, because Herschel going there, I mean, he's all about no guns. Yeah. Unless he has a hidden one somewhere and he has it on his person. But he just went out in shock and by himself, and he's all about peace and no violence. And
he would have been dead if Rick listened to him and left him alone with Glenn. He would have been dead. Those guys would have overtaken him. Or kidnapped him and brought him back up here.
How scary is that? Like here, they go into town. What do you think of? Like walkers. Like, oh God, he might run into a walker again. Even Maggie saying bye to Glenn. Like, what about the pharmacy? Thinking of walkers. Right. But you don't think about other people. That's right. Like, you just don't think that way. Like, oh, we're civilized and we all have a common enemy. There's walkers out there, but you don't know people. So you just don't know how desperate people are. That's right. So you guys were suspicious right away.
Oh, big time, especially when he kept asking, what do you live in? Where do you live in? Oh, your cars are really clean.
Yeah, right.
You know, you must not be, hunkering down here in your car. You must be and he kept going to the farm. You guys must live in a farm. And, he was just honing in. They're so desperate. Mm-hmm. And, here's Herschel trying to, it's to the peak where are they going to have Rick's family, Rick's group leave or not? He already took in a whole group. Now this guy wants to bring in his group. Does he even have a group? Is it just those two guys?
I don't know. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but now we know there's a group out there somewhere of other
true.
People that might get even more desperate. Just stumbled upon.
I think Herschel will have him stay on the farm to more or less protect the farm because now there's other people are out there too.
Yeah,
and having numbers might be better than having too few.
And wouldn't it be ironic to have Shane stay with them and be really, because he's very skeptical on he's a realist.
Yeah,
and he would be really good, I think, as well to keep on the farm.
Yeah, I think so now.
Maybe like a bodyguard or something, just like on the outskirts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it is really scary. And honestly, I'm curious in your opinion, say we're in this world and we're on the farm, okay, and this is our family and there's other people that want to join in. Would you accept them? How would you even go about that? Would you be wary about it? Would you just say no? I mean, if you just found random people who wanted to join our family.
If it was this group, I would have totally said, yeah, absolutely.
But we don't know about
I would have done what Herschel did, but I would have, the walkers wouldn't have been in the barn. I mean, it would have been a different scenario. But,
for sure.
But, it's a different scenario as well because Herschel didn't believe in guns either.
So just in your own opinion,
in my own opinion, I would welcome them.
Yes.
Yeah.
They seemed, honest.
Yeah, because
but it's hard.
It's a cruel world. Yeah, you don't know.
It's hard, and it's so far in how many months now or so from the apocalypse when it first started, and I think I would be wary. I know I want to help people, but maybe it's because I don't know. I really don't know, but I think I would if you want to think the best of people, and especially if judging a book by its cover, I would judge oh, this person has children, so they must be a good person, or certain things about someone would make me be okay, well maybe they're safe, but I don't know. I think I'd be more wary, and then even if you were wary and didn't allow them in, what kind of thing can you do to see if they're good or not? You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just trust at that point.
That's right. And you really don't know until you're in that situation how it's going to happen, what you're going to be feeling, so.
I mean, I think I would open, open my property to people and just feel them out, because if you don't in this world,
that's right.
They don't have any phone. There's nobody. So you either try to let them in a little bit and trust them a little, just a little at a time, and try to have this, good rapport with them, because they can overtake you. I mean, really, if you think about it, this group can easily overtake Herschel's family, take the farm, just like those two guys who were going to do, were attempting to do with, our group, in the bar. So, I mean, you got to trust a little bit to have, a mutual, you gotta just, it's a crapshoot.
And what about Rick shooting those two guys? Do you think he was in the right to do that?
Yes, the way they were pushing
they were going to do it to him.
Yeah.
You can tell.
And you notice I mentioned during the reaction too that when they had that standoff, and I thought that was an aggressive move when that guy with the white shirt went behind Rick, and you kind of hear him tinker with his gun. It was almost like a power play where they were cornering him or kind of like corralling him into the center.
That's right.
And then here, this other guy, he's pointing his gun still at Rick on the bar. So he's like, I could just do this, but I'm showing you I'm at peace too. So it's kind of like a double meaning.
That's right, yeah.
And he actually did reach for his gun, and Rick just knew he was just ready to defend.
First off, he's a cop. He knows, you know. And also, they have to get rid of Rick because the other two seem more weak. So they would just overtake the other two. So
immediately
it was a perfect, you know, they thought they were in the, you know, they were going to do it and do it right, but nope.
Yeah. I thought, I mean, it was such an intense scene, and this really disturbed me to be like, wow, there's people out there that we have to be afraid of too.
That's
like these two guys alone were scary enough that, just Herschel and their family alone, if those two guys ended up on the barn, it could have been really bad, like ended up on their farm. It could have been really bad for them.
Absolutely.
And it's just terrifying. So in that moment when Rick killed them, I was like, oh crap, heck yeah. You know, I'm like, you're such a leader, and you're defending your own. And it's a sad world, but you got to survive. So in that case, they were aggressive, and they were going to shoot him.
Right. And that's why I believe now that Herschel saw this, I think he's really going to welcome our group, and I really think he's going to want to keep Shane, because Shane is, you know, he's all about defending and defense, you know, and he's a good little soldier to have on that front. He's a little hot-headed and a little short-tempered, but
I know, and you know, Shane at this point, like, he made me a little nervous, not a little, like, uneasy, I should say, now and again, because I'm like, wow, and I understand what he's saying, but he just goes too far every time. And, you know, I thought it was such a nice, tender moment that he had with Carol, where he was kind of, like, washing her. I almost took it like a religious thing, where he was, like, washing her of her sins, which it wasn't her fault, but this is what he kept cleaning her, and she was so dirty. And how did you take that scene? Did you think he was being sincere? Or do you think he had other intentions there?
I think he was being sincere. I really do.
So I think he was being sincere too, and I just had a moment where I was like, is he trying to get in her good graces because he's in everyone's, like, everyone else thinks bad of him right now?
Well, I think that he thinks that she feels badly about him. In the beginning, he wanted to take off, and she heard that. So she knew that he wanted to give up the search.
Yeah.
And I think he just wanted to explain to her that, hey, I didn't know she was in there, but does it still make it right what he did? No. How he did it? No. All day long, I believe they did need to be put down, and all day long, but the way he did it. And that's where Dale has, you know, an issue. And I think Dale, going on to Dale, I think he should just really watch his mouth and watch his back. I don't know. I just don't. You know, I don't know if there's going to be, you know, a time where he's in the woods or something in the RV, and there's going to be a walker, and Shane might be just like, oh my God, I didn't see anything.
I need a radiator hose. It's like he's hearing it from the woods. Oh, he does.
Right? I don't think Shane will help him. I mean, I don't think he'll kill him, but I don't think he's going to help him. Don't burn a bridge, Dale.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, I really like his character a lot, but he does pry a lot.
He does, he is.
You know, and just up to this episode again, like, just thinking now. But, yeah, and I think he's a very caring member of the group, and he's very aware of everything.
Yes, he is,
So, I am glad he told Lori, though, at least in this episode.
I am,
her kind of think about it, too.
Me too. And I hope Lori's okay.
Yeah, hopefully she's okay.
Big time.
I felt bad that we kind of left her in the dust because, like, there was such a big, scary thing at the bar, and then it's like, oh crap, Lori.
That's right, we forgot about her.
So, do you think she's alive? Do you think she's?
Oh yeah,
I think she is definitely alive.
Okay.
I think she's alive, and I think the walker's gonna come, and she's gonna try to. The big thing is gonna be trying to get that gun in the back seat.
Yeah, there might be more walkers too. Who knows?
Right.
Yeah,
I
right.
know.
Who knows?
I am glad that Glenn had that little talk with Rick in the car on the way to town.
That was sweet, and that's almost like living normal
she said
again,
she loved him, and he didn't say anything, and that's just, you know, a lot of times that does happen, and you're caught off guard, you know, and you're like, oh my God, I don't even know this person. Why are they saying, you know? But it's a true, you know, I'm sure that's happened before.
I love Glenn. He's really
He is a
That is
sweetie.
cool,
good
yeah.
guy, yeah.
And how he talks to Rick too. I mean, that's like family-like as well, where he
right.
can just
Yes.
open up about that.
Yeah, like a
and,
big
good.
brother
Yeah,
kind of
it's
thing.
good,
yeah, and immediately once they stopped in town, he said, "And I got those pills for Lori."
Yeah.
And you know that was good
That's
that he
right,
actually
yes.
did say
Yeah,
that
yeah.
instead of just hide it, even though Rick
Yes.
knew already.
right, yeah.
He just wanted to get that off his chest and
That's
let him know the
good,
truth.
yeah.
So
Right.
it shows that like he's
Just
an honest
the
person.
trust there,
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Woo!
He has to, he has to confess his sins. I'm sorry, I did this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the whole "I love you" thing, I think that's so sweet because it reminds us there's a lot of good in the world
That's
too,
right.
and even when things are really bad, so you just want to hold on to that, like
Have
Rick
to
was
have
saying.
love, you know.
You do, and it's
compassion.
a wonderful thing that's happening in this terrible world and these terrible situations that's
right.
going on with this group. But it is like this one glimmer of light that
That's
you can,
right.
you know. Rick was almost like, you know, almost like really excited that happened because
That's
he's like,
easy,
wow,
yeah.
something exciting
That's
happened, you know.
right.
Yeah,
So
I mean, it was
love
funny when
someone
he was
else.
watching
love.
that whole exchange.
It's like
he
a
was
nice
like, "Oh."
positive thing, you know.
Love and compassion and all that, you know, it's really great.
It is really
And I
good.
think it's really good that Maggie she just takes care of things, you know.
That's right,
You know,
yeah.
she just wanted to have sex with Glenn, you know. She just takes charge and,
That's right.
you know, I'm going to tell you I love you because I don't know if you're going to come back. You're going down to, you know,
That's
she's just like
true,
a
too.
take
That's
charge
right, yeah.
kind of person. And she's like, and she's a realist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, she might have been different if things were normal, but it's
Right.
not. And your perspective changes, and you don't know when you're going to die.
That's
So
right,
it's
yeah.
true. Like, you change, things happen.
Yeah,
and
she's like the rock of that family, really.
Yeah.
She is.
You know, I'm glad you brought that up, too, because there was one moment that I really enjoyed where, I mean, it was a bad moment, but when Herschel was really distraught and they're arguing on his front steps, and then Shane goes up to him, like, dominating him,
Yeah.
almost like he was going to fight him, and then Maggie just came on in and slapped him.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And I like
was
that
good.
because it's like, get the F away. Not only is she protecting her father, but Shane is like, he just did a bad move in front of him.
Right.
That's right,
A
yeah.
disrespectful move. And then he's completely overpowering him, and who knows what he was going to do because it was very aggressive. So I love how she just went bam.
It's perfect
That's right,
because,
good for her.
yes, I agree,
Yeah,
because
so-
that damn family is mourning today.
That's right.
In their eyes, they are mourning today. And
Definitely,
how
yeah.
dare he come on their stoop
Yeah.
and do that? You're
Yeah,
absolutely right.
Just overpower
It was
him like that, or
perfect for
try
Maggie
to,
to do
when
that.
he's already
That's
so
right.
distraught about the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool. Yeah, I like that.
All right.
That was a
Yeah,
good scene.
it was.
As sad as it was,
Yeah.
you know. So very good show. I'm glad you guys are
Wow,
liking
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I do. I
Yeah,
really
right,
like
yeah,
it.
all right,
That's
sure,
good. I'm
yeah.
glad. Yeah, because again, you guys know the story. I keep saying it, but
Yeah.
it was just it's a very different perspective. You guys don't
It
know what to
is.
expect,
Yeah, so
and
about
you
all
guys
people
were
trying to get
terrified.
along.
Yeah, you guys were terrified
Yeah.
about
No.
watching this, and you're like, it's going to be
Ooh.
too much. It's going to be worse than Game of Thrones. And I'm like, well, if you can handle that, I think it'll be okay. It's very different, but
It is
It
different.
is
think
very
we'll be okay with
different,
this
and
one.
it's almost to the point now, right now, especially with this last, you know, bit of the last bit with the episode with the guys in the bar. I'm almost like fearful of other people now, like
That's right,
because
you
it's
don't
going to
want
get worse and worse. I mean, their food's going to be more scarce. You know, alcohol's going to be
That's
more
right.
scarce. Like,
Yeah.
you know, provisions are going to be more scarce, and they're just going to, you know, take advantage of other groups. So
That's what I
they
want
really
everybody.
have to. Now we see, you know, the dynamics between our group and Herschel's family. I see them clinging on to each other more because of, you know,
Other
other
groups,
people.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not only walkers, now you have to watch the other people
Right.
too.
So you
yeah.
have to worry about, you know, the live
Okay,
people
yeah.
now.
Of everything, yeah.
and that's
Jeez.
scary too
It
because
is,
these
yeah.
Fuel and
walkers are like
cars and, you know,
dumb. Yeah, because
Yeah.
walkers don't think for themselves.
Yeah.
It seems
Right.
like they
No,
just
they're
like
not. They're
go
not.
with instinct and
That's
smell and want to
right.
just
You
act
know,
and
you
fight
know
like
about
that.
them. You know how to kill that. You know, to get rid of them, and you know what they're going to do to you. So it's like that's
That's right,
clear
yeah.
cut. But with other people, do you trust them or not?
That's right.
Yeah, and they can also outsmart you. So
Right.
just
That's for sure.
Exactly.
Oh
And
my
how many
gosh.
more do they have? Yeah.
you
So
never
No
know.
questions.
So until next time, guys. I know we love this. All these theories and questions. Oh, big beautiful world. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you very soon as always.
Bye.
Bye.